Time for day number 2 in this crazy world. District Court, defendant lobby number 2. So what do you think, Mr. Wright? I think the prosecution's as confused as we are. After all, the victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time, and a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes. Lana! Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning. We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though. So how'd it go? Says Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain. A plea bargain? What do you mean by that? We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma. Well, Lana, don't tell me you... Much to my regret, I'm as much in the dark about this as they are. Miss Sky. We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall. What kind of trace evidence? Blood-stained fingerprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you? In order to defend my sister, you're gonna accuse Mr. Marshall? We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Sky? Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright.
End his life.
The only way he knows how. A shootout. Court is now in session for the trial of Ms. Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is... I'm afraid you have to clarify. It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time. But that's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared. Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. Wow, this is one messed up trial. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today, I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself. Now that's what set Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things, even though he doesn't know what's going on himself. And that's supposed to be an admirable trait? Very well, let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to stand. For his first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department. The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer? Ooh boy.
Oh boy.
Things are getting wild from the get-go. Well. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? Yes, sir. I am Officer Mike Meegan, sir. Biggest, smallest W you ever get, Edgeworth.
Yep.
My occupation is without be murderer, sir. That's my occupation.
So
So you're telling us that you're a professional killer? Sir, it was me, sir. I'm the one who did it. I'll never kill anyone again, sir. You gotta believe me, sir. Oh, actually, what we like to hear from you is, sir, I'm what you would call part of the younger generation, sir. A person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me, sir. Officer Meekins. Yes, sir. Give us your report on the crime. Consider that in order. Yes, sir, as you wish. After all, I am part of the generation that must be told what to do, sir. You can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm. crime report. Although it was not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life. Then I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you. Do unto others before they do unto you. That's the Meekins family motto, sir. We're a bunch of serial killers in our house.
Yeah.
I see. Then you.
I recognize that hexagonal square jaw anywhere.
Yep. So you fainted, and a colleague helped you regain consciousness. Yes, sir. He knocked me upside the head, sir.
I mean,
Very well.
trapezoid.
The defense may begin its cross-examination. What I need here is more info to work with. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. Well, immediate why?
Yeah. Why?
Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not? Yes, sir. I'm in charge of hiring new recruits, sir. Yipes. Oh, there's a scary thought. Evidence transfer was taking place on the day of the crime, which means many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir. The Blue Badger? Yes, sir. The lovely police mascot created by the Chief of Detectives, sir.
Here it comes.
Here it comes. I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transferal process. This piece of nightmare fuel you see before you. That was my sole mission for the day, sir. I see. Sounds like a very, important mission. After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room. Tell us, what did you see when you got there? I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. Why was he suspicious?
Yeah.
In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct? Precisely, sir. I have one right around my neck. It tries to strangle me every day. So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right? There it is. I found it. This is the one right here. Could you please read us the number? Yes, sir. It's 499,596. That's my number, sir. I see. Huh? But the number 4989596 is shown as being used twice. Please explain, witness. It is no real mystery, sir. The first time is when I relocate the Blue Badger to the evidence room. Damn, that's solid though.
That is pretty solid.
And the second time is when I went to go get him after everything settled down. I see. So it was during the second time when... Yes, sir. That was when I spotted the man on the security screen. Alright. So, who's our mystery first person? I was only doing what I was trained to, sir. I was suddenly attacked. Yeah, tell us more about the attack. So you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you? It was a knife, sir, a knife. Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you? What happened then? Well, with him charging me at that, he looks as surprised as I was. You aren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into. That's when I reacted, sir. I swung my arms like an octopus, strangling to detain him. That's how I got this gash on my hand. Not from murder. Shane.
Fuck you! You mentally retarded fuck, I'm gonna get you!
Maybe if you just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be. When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar. I fought for my life, then I did it. Did what? What exactly do you mean when you say you did it? I know I don't look the type, but I'm really into kung fu films, sir. Well, Shane, does he look the type?
Yeah, I see the Bruce Lee.
That man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him. You took his knife? I spun around and performed a disarm maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man.
No.
I see. He must have been desperate. The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in sea of my blood. And then... The next thing I knew... Yeah? He punched me right in my face, sir. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake.
Who's the other officer?
I'm also pressed it. We already pressed everything else. But what time did you regain consciousness? No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious. Oh, right. According to a report from this officer that woke you up in the witness, it was about 5:30. He hit me right in the head, too. I woke up crying tears of pain. It's nice, it's nice that you recovered, that is. When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir. Your mission? Yes, sir, the Blue Badger, sir. I returned him to the entrance before things got out of hand.
Out of hand?
Okay, all rest easy now. I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened. Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim? He's got a point. Yes, Officer Meekins. With regards to that, sir, take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell. Chief Cat delivered it to me just this morning, sir. The chief? Delivered it? What is that? A videotape? Yes, sir, that's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sure. It contains footage from the security camera in the evidence room.
Why wasn't this submitted?
What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape, and was told it had been mistakenly erased. It's quite a mistake. I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at.
I feel like it's the marshal.
No, Shane, we gotta keep pushing for Meekins. It was Meekins, Shane, remember.
I can't stick to this script, Neng. I know you wrote it this morning, and I know you're pushed for it, but I can't handle
Looks like
this injustice.
The police department is as good as ever. Hold on, let's have a look. Shows the video of you murdering the victim. Oh, please stop using that word murder, sir. It scares me. A video of a real murder? Just so we get... What do we get ourselves into?
Snuff film. Oh, no.
Oh god, it's the most horrifying thing I've ever seen. This is nightmare fuel, Shane.
Oh. Man, this is definitely the precursor to 3D. What a monster, blocking the face. The blood was already on the coat. Wait, in the beginning of that video, was the handprint already there?
On the statue?
Yeah, the
Ah, I could have sworn it
Massacre.
was. Everyone's just...
uh,
Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us? What the hell was that rolling piece of plywood? is the pride and joy of the entire criminal affairs department, sir. It's the Blue Badger, sir. Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly? Yes, well anyways. This tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter, someone in the evidence room, and some sort of, activity did take place. Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness's testimony will suffice. Is that alright with you, Officer Meekins? Yes, sir, as you wish, sir. His face can't be clearly seen in the video, but there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker.
Wasn't the chief prosecutor wearing that coat in the end with the same blood?
Yes.
Don't you remember the blood on the upper right shoulder? Like even in that photo through the fence?
Yes, yes. You open the door, which requires Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. Yes. The lock he opens is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it. What's this about? Fingerprint. Each detective has been given a locker equipped with a fingerprint activated lock. These locks ensure that each lock can be opened by the detective it belongs to. Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have had to have been Detective Goodman. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Don't know where this cross-examination will lead, but everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start. Okay. This one will be a little tricky. His face can't be clearly seen in the video. Yep. But there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman. He opened the locker, which requires Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. Is there any contradiction to that statement?
In the video, was the person was opening it in the very beginning?
Wonder if we can watch it again.
Check.
There's no way to skip this, Shane. Okay, so the hammer is already on the statue.
Yep. Locker not open.
Locker not open. The hammer is already on the statue before any of this happened. We have to keep that in mind.
Is there a time skip?
There's none.
There's none.
Okay, we clearly
They opened it with... The glove fell off. So they took the glove off, so it...
I think the glove was in the locker. And it fell out of the locker.
When it opened, it fell out, do you think?
Of the locker?
Because as soon as they pulled it, you see the glove fall off.
So are you saying he wore a glove with Detective Goodman's fingerprint on it, and then once it opens, he just dropped the glove? Is that what you're trying to say?
I guess you can skip it at the next thing, but you can see the glove falling as soon as they open the locker.
I saw the glove falling, but I was wondering, like, okay, it's replaying again. I was wondering, like, if that glove was in the locker, and when you opened it, that's why the glove fell out.
Let's watch. They're wearing gloves right now.
Yeah, did he drop the glove because he was wearing it, or did that fall out of the locker? That's the question. No, so he fell out of the locker.
It fell out of the locker.
Yeah, so he's not wearing a glove with Goodman's fingerprints.
So it is Goodman that did open it then? Because it's only possible with them to open it.
Wait. If he's wearing a glove, how did he open the locker? Because you need your fingerprints.
He's not wearing a glove.
But he was wearing a glove when he came in. You even said it.
That could be bad graphics.
I don't know.
Let's check it one more time.
Yeah. if you need your fingerprint to open the locker, then why did he have his glove on? That's... We're going a different direction now, but it's still referencing the glove.
If we can see weird, like, fingernail graphic, I think it's bare hand.
No, it looks like a...
that looks bare hand. Now. They opened the locker. The glove fell out. That looks like bare hands now.
Okay. Okay. Wait, there's one more thing that bugs me. I don't know if you noticed, but Detective Marshall's locker, or the one that has his fingerprint, had like a piece of cloth on it at the beginning, and then it disappeared. Did you notice that?
The one to the far left?
Yes, the one to the far left.
I guess we'll see it once more after this loop. Oh, yep.
So,
and now it
wait, no,
suddenly
that's at the
disappeared.
That's at the very end? I thought that was at the very beginning. Oh, let me see. Was it at the beginning, or did that just appear at the very end? No, it's at the very end.
It's at the very end that someone shoved it in?
Yeah.
Whose locker was that? The Marshall's then?
Well, we don't know if it's Marshall's locker, but we know that the handprint matches Marshall, which we can assume is his locker because of that.
Yeah, because it's far from the entrance. Why would he grab it?
Or why would he put it in there, right? Or how would he opened it? No
yeah,
claw.
because it's gone now.
No, it's not. It's never been in there at this point.
It's never been in yet.
Then the person disappears, and this
but
is the last.
Glove wasn't the glove left on top of the tape?
It was, which is
and now it's
cloth.
there.
Yeah, see?
And now it's gone.
So that means that means at the end of all of this, somebody opened that locker on the far left and put something in it. So, and based off the fingerprint that we saw, this has to be Marshall, right?
I'm thinking so.
But if it's Marshall, then how did he open this initial locker? You know?
Unless there's two gloves? Because it didn't...
But how does he open...
Wasn't a big evidence thing for against Lena? Or Lila? Or whatever her name is? The glove? Because the glove fell out of that. That's evidence from... the other case, right? That glove.
That glove was at the police evidence room, the crime scene, the one that fell out the locker. You wonder about where the other one is, right?
And then it was said she was wearing gloves.
But she's wearing different gloves. Those are different gloves. They don't look like the ones that's missing.
Right. Because they're darker in hue.
Yeah, so... Alright, so where do we go with this? That video was pretty good. Gotta figure out what to do with that though.
What other statements does he have?
Let's see. He opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. That's why we checked the video to begin with.
Yeah, gloves. But who would put their fingerprints on gloves?
Yeah, see,
unless they only had one glove off.
Yeah, so...
Alright.
The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker. Yes.
Yeah.
Must be him. No one else could have unlocked it. What evidence do we have to...
I guess just press it?
However, the most important detail is not shown in this video, the man's face. Sir, if I may say something, sir. Please do, after all, you are the one being examined. I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock. And it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. My unsettled state can testify enough to this, sir. Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie. That is, unless the defense can find a problem with it. It's the right.
Always find a problem with anything.
Let's check out the court record again. There are problems with the security video.
I mean, gloves fell out and then the thing came out of the locker, so there's definitely a problem.
I mean, we can say there's a problem, it's just...
Something will pop up. This is Phoenix Wright.
I honestly don't think there's a problem with the video. I think the video is fine. Because we're trying to find stuff around the
thing
video.
Coming out of the video or at the very end being trying to shoved into the locker? No, wait, no, that's not that though. But the option's there, and there's always a problem. We've seen how videos work so far in this. Well, actually, no, we've never seen a video in Phoenix, right? But there's something.
I just don't think there is a problem with the video. It's just the questions we have. Like, the questions we have about that video isn't the video itself, you know? It's about the stuff that happened.
There is a problem with the video. It shows clearly like a glove falling out and that weird thing in the locker.
Yeah, but I think they're asking us, like, if there's something wrong with the video itself, not
That
the stuff
is
that's in it.
something weird. Maybe.
I mean,
Did
sure,
we
yeah.
actually watch the time?
I was watching it, yeah. We can watch it again. You think it was edited?
I think something was cut out. The
Let's
time
see.
is 17:14.
All right, we'll take a look at the time. Like, just look at the time
Yeah.
the whole time, see if it changes.
Huh.
Well.
Wait. Why wouldn't it show the guy walk back
Yeah, that was what I was thinking
to
from
put
the
the
beginning.
cloth back in? And then the marshal has every right to edit the video, right?
I've never heard them say that, but
Why would he say that if he's the criminal? Because the video it falls out, but the thing doesn't appear until the last part. But why wouldn't we see a guy walking back to put the cloth back in? Unless the video is paused. Or edited.
yeah. Oh, you do. Yeah, it is something I was wondering too. Like, we never saw the guy leave. We never saw the person leave.
Yeah, like how does it suddenly just appear? It's not like he can walk behind the video. Yeah, suddenly there's a cloth in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to see why there would be a problem. I mean, regarding the video contained on this tape, there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange. Strange. This contradiction leads to a possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman. What? This video contains such a contradiction?
But I think we're looking for the thing that follows out. That's initial.
Yeah. Your Honor, I have a proposal. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I propose we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video. You want me to point it out? Very well, proposal accepted. Let's further inspect this piece of evidence. What's the cloth, right? In the left locker.
Left locker or the glove falling out?
I think we do the cloth. It's more easier of an answer.
But that's at the very, very end.
Yep. Show us this contradiction you speak of. I have to point out a problem in the video? It's the first time I ever had to do that. You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's set up so you can use fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. Wow, I wish we would have known that sooner. Take a good look and be sure to point out the right thing. Please don't pay too much time. I can't stand watching this video. How did this guy even become a police officer? Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where is the contradiction that indicates the man may not be Detective Goodman?
I think it's when the glove falls out.
But how does that make it so that he's not Detective Goodman?
It still does look like he has a glove on.
So, but how does this prove that he's not Detective Goodman? Because that's what I'm thinking. If we pick the cloth at the end, it's more of an easier answer.
That it suddenly appears.
Yeah.
I don't think Goodman has access to that.
He doesn't. It's not his locker. But if it's not his locker, why is that cloth there? You know? Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Riot. Do what you think.
Right here, I think.
Try it.
Take that.
Oh?
The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Yes, that is strange. Something certainly seems unnatural about that. What could it mean? Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Wright. You seem to have forgotten the point of this exercise. The point? What you're looking for is one thing and one thing only. Something that indicates that the man may not be Detective Goodman. Oh yeah. Oh, I almost walked into that defense trap. I'll place him under arrest, sir. I need to slow down and tackle these things one piece at a time. I just... play it again. I guess I got it wrong. That's the point your finger at us. Now play security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us the contradiction you speak of. Alright, Shane, your answer. So, glove?
Is that a glove sticking out anyway?
I don't know. Here's the pause.
Try it.
Alright. Strange about this video. It's gotta be this.
Oh?
I seem to have forgotten the point of this exercise. Thing only, something that indicates the man may not be Detective Goodman. So we got so that's wrong as well. There's an answer in the video, I'm pretty sure. Man, what do we do? Let's see.
right when it opens?
Right when it opens?
Wait.
What?
Are they sliding the glove off in the handle?
In the handle?
Like when they're opening it, are they sliding something off?
Not that I can see. The person's left hand, we can clearly see where their left hand is. Their left hand never even goes anywhere near the locker.
Or right hand?
The right hand just opens the locker. I think that glove falling off is just the glove falling off because it was in the locker and it
Is
just fell off.
the model weird for the hand, at least, then?
What hand?
The hand actually opening the locker.
I just figured that
Like,
was a post.
it looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Like the hands are connected. Like it's not
1, 2, 3.
a hand
4?
opening it, it's a glove opening it.
Yeah, I mean we can.
So click on maybe the hand?
Hold on a second.
That's just evidence from what we found.
Wait
The
a second.
Mirrored handprint
No, wait.
has.
Alright. Look at this last sentence, right? Indicator lamp lights up when it's open. Okay?
Oh.
But at the very beginning of.
Is it already lit up?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
So it was already opened.
So here's the guy walking in, right? But before him, look at that. It's already lit up.
Oh.
Somebody has already opened this locker.
So it's already pre-opened.
It's pre-opened, that's correct.
So I guess click on the hand right when it.
No, I think we just click on the light.
Or just right now?
Yeah, just click
try
on the
that.
light. Like, it's already open.
Yeah. Oh! That was,
The thing that's strange about this video has gotta be this. Officer Meekins? Yes, sir? Do you mean me, sir? As I understand, the locker apparatus works like this. When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprint. If it's a match, the light turns on and the lock is released. According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir. If so, then something's seriously wrong with this picture.
Oh. It's already on.
Please don't tell me you're gonna play this entire fucking thing.
It's gotta, so we can hear the eerie music.
When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker, let's rewind to a little earlier.
I'm surprised it doesn't play the music backwards.
I know. That'll go too far into the nightmare fuel, Shane.
I know.
Here, now's the light. What's this? It's already lit. Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle. Order, what's the meaning of this? It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime. But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When the door is shut, a sensor is triggered,
The door wasn't shut.
and the locker is automatically closed. Oh, I know, it must have been broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert in this. That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor will detect and report any malfunction. Oh well, it just goes to show novices should keep their mouth shut. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation? Me, Your Honor? Yes. Why wasn't the locker locked? Me, Your Honor? Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator? Huh? Oh, maybe something like jam the system sensor? Something jam the sensor? Say, there's something else that seems out of place in this video. Yeah, I thought so too. There's gotta be another clue somewhere in this footage. Very well, let's inspect the video once more. The locker wasn't locked. Mr. Wright, please point out the cause for this.
A glove?
The locker wasn't. Oh yeah, nah. Now it can be the glove because it fell out, right? When the locker opened.
As soon as it opened.
Da.
Oh.
Please watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier. Where'd the music go? This is why music is important, Shane. See how eerie it is? What's this? Something white fell out of the locker. But sir, it's been my experience that when things fall out when doors are opened. I often fall out and roll great distances when I open my cart. We can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with. What do you mean? The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door? Inserted? Alright, game. You don't have to play the video from the beginning every time.
This the downfall of the Phoenix Wright series videos.
This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. Instead of the door closing, my tie shot with the object would have been extremely thin to fit in the door. Not only that, it would also have to block electrical currents.
That's what a rubber glove would be.
It would need to be an insulator. Yes, an insulator. But the crime scene? There just might have been something that fits the description. But sir, by insulator, you don't mean... Think I finally got this figured out. Very well. Will the defendant please present the relevant evidence? What was this insulator that was stuck in the locker door? Pow, pow, pow.
Rubber glove, extremely thin rubber.
Found this near the glove, a thin rubber glove. We can't be sure that was in the victim's locker. There's a tag that says SO9 incident. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker. But that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is that not so, Officer Meekins? Sir, it would appear so, sir. Order, order, order. So, are we to believe that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman? Do not be misled, Your Honor. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility and nothing more. The victim in this video was indeed Bruce Goodman.
But we couldn't see their face.
The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this. What? Officer Meekins, please testify about this. Sir, me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir. Is this a joke? Comedy routine? Very well, begin your testimony. There's one other thing that proves the man was Dr. Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective has used his card. An ID card record, I see. I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor.
But didn't Goodman lose his ID card?
Yep. The ID used at 514 is that of the victim.
And he didn't remember his own number?
Just before the crime, yes, without doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing that struck me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. Why were there so few people using this room? This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases. Special cases? Extremely violent cases involving police staff. Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end. Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference. Ha, I get it. There were only a few cases up for transferal there, and most were cleared up by noon.
Because his hair is spiky. I get you, Neng.
Yeah, good job, Shane. You got it.
I got it.
Right,
Give me a reward.
Here's your Broken Sword Award.
Wow. Let's read it until it's legendary.
Right, I see. Now, let us move on to the cross-examination.
I mean...
We know what it is.
The loss?
Yep. The one thing proves... One was your ID card. Oh. Oh, is that so?
Shoe lost his ID card all the time.
How? Oh. Wait one more, Officer Meekins. I'm not good at waiting, sir. I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene.
The second
that makes
one.
sense. When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I meant the other crime scene, the one that we were talking about yesterday.
Yeah.
The underground park.
The lame one.
Oh, yeah, the lame one. You're on it? I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card. Lost item report? It's only half completed. But it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report. Let me guess. You believe this something to be his ID card, right? I can't say for sure, but there is a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card. Order, order. So now, what does this all mean? It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card. Order, order, order. Does the prosecution have a response? I have only one thing to say to the defense. Fuck you.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Bravo, Mr. Wright. Bravo. Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright? Yes. What's he up to? That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder. That is... Well, I guess that's right. Something wrong, Mr. Wright. Only moments ago, you seemed content to be pointing your finger around. This isn't gonna end well. Well. It seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove. Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. The defense has already done the explain for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means a murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime. So the real crime could have only taken place in one location, the underground parking lot. At the prosecutor's office, that murder being Miss Lana Sky, the defendant. Remember her? She's the whole reason we're all here.
Who?
The evidence is compelling. You know, everyone kind of did forget that we're all here initially for her. A trustworthy witness observed the moment the defendant used the murder weapon. Ah! I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning. The activity in this evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? And where did this person disappear to? However, this trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman. Just so, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, you have to do something, or else Lana... What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess? Always object, baby. That's the rule of the
Always.
game.
Yeah.
One moment, Your Honor. What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you just proven. Of course not. But I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap. What are you talking about? This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder.
Who was in charge of the security cameras?
However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. If this court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared? I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident. This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Walker Ranger to stand.
This is kind of a round kick to the investigation.
Mr. Wright, you mean... Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness. Oh? Who do you have in mind? Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room. The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply. Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would have testified. What is his or her name?
You know Neng?
I do know. Meekins a second time.
Yes, the convicted asshole. No, he's ugly. The other guy's too handsome. You cannot allow it. Nah.
Take that. Officer Jake Marshall. Why him? Can't let Edgeworth know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say. The prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare. Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time? We will, Your Honor. Court is now in recess.
Who are you?
Who is this woman here with us?
You confessed? You're stupid. Get out of here. Shove her into the couch.
This team's a team of winners. We don't do any confessing around here.
Yeah.
There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright? Huh? What do you mean? You called for Jake Marshall. Seems you figured everything out. I haven't figured anything out. Lana, you're the one who knows everything. Emma, you always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you. I don't recall ever asking for his protection.
Fuck you.
How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us?
How I get paid.
Don't you trust me? Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You got law and order, pal, making a detective run all over while on duty. And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. Sorry, detective. You better be, pal. Hey. Hey.
Hey!
I didn't send you there, Chief Prospector Sky. That's okay, so have you brought what I asked? Oh. You mean this, right? My apologies, detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request. My name? Never in a million years where I thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SO9 and this incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy. The SO9 incident? Palana, that's... I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them. I can't believe you. The chief prosecutor were a witness in that case. This guy was a witness? Files for the Joe Dark killing solved 2 years ago. Take it from me, you don't want anything to do with serial murders. Well, what? Now that I brought you your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me? Emma? But why? Why is your name in here? What? My name's there? I don't know. Unless... Oh, couldn't it be? Lana. This SL9 thing, is that... That's when you went crazy, Emma, and murdered 3 million people. That's the classification number.
Classic day Hitler.
The police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dark killings. The Joe Dark? No, Lana. That's over with. No. Emma, wait, she ran away. Oh, you know what? I just remember, I gotta be somewhere. Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here. Jake Marshall, Angel Star, Demon Gant, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence. Knowing you, you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck. Better take a good look at this file. To be continued.